Reading sci-fi does something weird and dangerous to my brain because after The Martian, I'm like, yeah, humans can absolutely survive on Mars with duct tape and pure ingenuity, and sure they could. After Project Hail Mary, and like things get serious, humanity can look in, move fast, and solve the problem. And after We Are Legion, and like, okay, robots should be exploring everything by now. So why does real life feel like we stop exploring space? Hi, I'm Hopito, and this is Hopito on the space. We didn't stop exploring, we just went quiet about it. People say we went to the moon and then just quit, but that's not actually what happened. We didn't stop exploring space, we stopped exploring space in the way movies train us to expect. Less a hero in a suit, more a robot with a GoPro, and no hero to root for. The Martian makes engineering feels like a superpower. One human, one hostile planet, and you're still thinking, we can do this. But real life has a brutal sentence. Humans are not cheap. We humans are needy. We need air, water, food, pressure, heat, cooling, medical, radiation shielding, and then redundancy for the redundancy. Because if a robot breaks, it's a bad day in the office. But if a person breaks, it's a national disaster. Therefore, sending humans to space is crazy expensive, but glorified GoPros are cheap. Exploration didn't stop. It just stopped looking like a movie. Project Hail Mary has that energy of when the stakes are life or death, humanity becomes a machine. And that part is real, but with one catch. Human exploration needs a forcing function. Apollo wasn't just curiosity, it was a competition. It was, we need to beat the Soviets. In normal times, the space competes with everything: healthcare, schools, wars, prices, elections, and the classics. Why are we spending money up there when people are struggling down here? Let's not tell them about the military budget. And here's the hidden system. Humans' missions take decades, and politics runs on 2 to 4 year cycles. It's full of broken promises, and that kills momentum. The space didn't become smaller, just less cinematic. Humans remember the spectacle that was the moon landing. Everyone watches one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. The first rover mission to Mars. I thought we would be there in no time, but while nobody was watching, space became GPS, weather, communications, disaster monitoring, mapping, and timing system more or less synchronized. Space travel is not a poster anymore. Space is just plumbing, and nobody wants to take a selfie with plumbing. Like I said before, humans are needy, and robots, well, they are just glorified GoPros with some wheels and a dish in the back. That's pretty much it. And if they fail, well, they fail. We humans, if we die in space, imagine the drama, the politics, and all the problems that will carry. That's when the verses start making sense. We should start sending probes into space, not just the couple that we have sent, but a lot of them, and see which one sticks. And maybe, just maybe, our great great grandsons will understand the universe. Because one thing is real: if we stand still, we're never gonna end up knowing what's happening outside our visible universe. Maybe it's time to start to feel excited again because the boring constraints are getting better, lunch are getting cheaper, More countries and companies are competing, and in this case, China wants to go to the moon. So, a space race 2.0 to space to moon. I don't know. We will see. We're moving from one epic stone to a repeatable supply chain to, hey, it's time for an epic stone again. Here's the helpful part. If you want more exploration, you don't need to become an astronaut. Follow one mission a month, pick one rover, pick one telescope, or a launch. Track it like it's a sport. If you're a creator, make space feel exciting again. Because we didn't stop exploring space, we just stopped making it fun.
Missions.
The quiet era is building the next era. And if we keep lowering costs, scaling robotics, and building the space plumbing, cinematic moments will come back. Space exploration didn't end, it just got a bit boring, but I know we'll be back because who say space is boring?